The more you understand people, the less you feel like talking to them. Not because you think you're better, not because you've stopped caring, but because you see too much. You begin to notice things most people ignore: the pauses between words, the hesitation in a voice, the subtle shift in someone's eyes when they're not being honest. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Everyone is speaking, loud opinions, fast reactions, endless noise. It fills every space, every silence, every moment. People rush to be heard, to prove something, to defend something, to feel like they matter. But Bun doesn't join in. He sits quietly, watching, listening, not searching for something clever to say, just realizing. Most things don't need to be said at all, because once you start seeing the patterns, conversations stop feeling real. You begin to notice everything: the forced smiles, the subtle tension, the words people use to hide what they really feel. You see the layers beneath every interaction, the hidden fears, the quiet insecurities, the unspoken desires. A compliment that isn't sincere, a laugh that comes a second too late, a promise that sounds right, but feels empty. And suddenly, the noise loses its meaning. At some point, it all starts to repeat. The same conversations, the same reactions, the same fragile egos clashing over things that won't matter in a week. Different faces, same script. It becomes predictable, like a loop playing over and over again. People reacting instead of thinking, speaking instead of understanding, defending instead of reflecting. And once you've seen the script, you can't unsee it. There's a quiet curse that comes with understanding. You start seeing how things will end before they even begin. A smile that won't last. A connection built on something fragile. A promise already breaking before it's even fulfilled. Bun sees it too early, too clearly. And sometimes, that clarity feels heavy. So he tries to help. He tries to warn people, to point out what they can't see yet. But they don't listen. They're too caught up in the momentum of their own emotions, too invested in the story they've already created. And sometimes, they push him away. Because truth, when it comes too early, doesn't feel like clarity. It feels like a threat. It challenges comfort. It disrupts illusion. And most people aren't ready for that. So Bun learns something most people never do. You cannot save people from lessons they need to experience themselves. Not every truth needs to be spoken. Not every misunderstanding needs to be fixed. And not everyone wants to understand. Some people don't want clarity. They want comfort. And those two things rarely exist together. So he stops explaining. Not out of pride, but out of clarity. He understands something deeper. His energy is limited. Every word costs something. Every reaction takes something. Every emotional investment leaves something behind. And most of the time, it's not worth it. So he becomes more selective. He lets people believe what they want, their opinions, their reactions, their assumptions. He lets them exist without interference. Because their perspective is shaped by things he cannot control, and trying to control it only drains him. Instead, he turns inward, focusing only on what he can control: his thoughts, his actions, his response to the world. Nothing else. No need to fix everyone. No need to prove anything. No need to be understood by everyone. And in that shift, something changes. He starts building something quieter, a space inside himself that doesn't depend on anyone else. No validation, no performance, no pressure to explain, just awareness, just stillness, just peace. His silence isn't emptiness. It isn't weakness. It's control. It's knowing he doesn't need to react to everything around him. It's understanding that attention is energy, and where you place it shapes your life. So he stops chasing noise, stops engaging in meaningless arguments, stops trying to win conversations that don't matter. And instead, he He protects his attention, because once you realize how valuable it is, you stop giving it away so easily. He no longer needs the last word. No need to prove he's right. No need to correct every misunderstanding, because he understands something deeper. Being understood by yourself is more important than being understood by everyone else. So Bun steps back, not out of fear, but out of awareness. He becomes a witness instead of a participant in the chaos. And from that distance, everything becomes clear. The patterns, the repetition, the illusion of control. The world continues as it always has. People reacting, arguing, chasing validation. But he no longer feels the need to be part of it. Instead, he finds peace in simplicity. The warmth of tea, the sound of rain, the feeling of wind against his skin. Small things, quiet things, real things. And maybe that's the real cost of understanding. It's not loneliness, it's clarity. Life doesn't get louder as you grow wiser. It gets quieter, simpler, more honest. So if you've been feeling more silent lately, more distant, more observant, you're not losing yourself. You're finally seeing. And once you see, there's no going back. Welcome to silence.